What is up, everyone? Welcome to Radical Academy. My name is Mike Boda, and I'm gonna actually introduce you to one of the most interesting topic, which is genetics. And I think most of us would understand this topic, but I believe to some of us who are still, still in the 12, and some of us we are planning to go for GC and stuff like that. But I want to share with you that genetics is one of those topics that you can just keep on learning because for me I feel like it's an infinite, like it's a never-ending topic. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to give you some basics of that genetics, and then probably see how it's gonna go. Okay, so most people do not understand. Okay, so when we talk about genetics, okay, we are simply talking about the genes that are actually passed on to from our parents to us, our offsprings, or to us, maybe to the offsprings, okay, the children that will be born in the near future. But again, there's billions of these genes that are passed on from the parents to their offsprings, and some of these genes resembles, or actually, they looks like one of the parents. Okay. Now, first of all, we want to say that. Let's just say this is the science that actually studies inheritance. Okay. Okay. So that's a simple definition. Okay. So, but it's quite big because we are looking at the complexity. Okay. The complexity of this science, and then also we are trying to look at the inheritance. Okay. So most of you, when you look at when you go to the mirror, you look through the mirror, then you see yourself. You ask yourself, like, why am I tall? Why am I light skinned? Why is my hair like this? Why am I tall? Why am I short? Things like that. Okay. Why am I dark? Okay. So all those genes, okay, that are functioning within your body cells or whatever they are, okay, whatever they are. Now, I want you to understand that in basic understanding genetics, we have first of all to go step by step, okay? We lay out the basics of genetics and stuff like that, okay? Now, first of all, we need to start by something we are calling, okay, what are genes, or what is a gene? Okay, so a gene is a basic unit of inheritance. Okay, so basic so a gene is simply the basic unit of inheritance. So whatever we are full of genes. Okay, these the hair inside our body system. Okay, so there are certain genes, okay, that causes our hair to be like this. Okay, so there are certain things or molecules inside our body that controls the outside appearance. Okay, so when you look at people like albinos, when you look at people like white people, when you look at black people or colored people, so each and every single character or characteristic that we see on we observe on different organisms, different species, okay, all those are controlled by what we are calling the genes, okay. And where these genes come from? The genes come from our parents, okay. So when our parents actually have sexual intercourse, okay, so we understand that there's an egg that is being fertilized by the sperm, and within these reproductive cells, such as the sperm cell, the egg cell, okay, within that we have now what is known as the DNA, okay. So we understand that the genes are basic unit of inheritance, okay? But I want you to understand one thing that people don't understand about genes, okay? So a gene is the molecular structure, okay? It's more like something like that, okay? Okay, so a gene does not exist independently, okay? So a gene is found inside a nucleus. And then within a nucleus, we have this thing called the chromosome. Okay, we have something we are calling the chromosome. And now, the chromosome is more like a thread-like structure. And then on every piece of the chromosome, on every segment of the chromosome, okay, let's say we have some representational letters, okay, like A, B, let me use red one. We have something like A, B, C, D, okay, E, F, G. Okay, so now what you need to understand is that if we can actually imagine so deeply, is that this is a structure, a chromosome, okay? And then within the chromosome, we have these nice letters that at some point they tend to code to form a certain molecular code, okay? For example, I'll say, let's say we have something called ABCD, okay? So this can be a gene, okay? Okay, so this one can be a gene, meaning that a gene you inherited, for instance, A, B, C, D kind of a gene, okay, that performs a certain function on your body, okay? So now, let's say, for example, this is a gene that is responsible for your skin color, okay, for your skin color. So, certain people don't understand how the cancer comes about, okay? I want you to understand one thing, okay? So, in the normal sense, this is a normal gene, okay? Now, the moment I tend to remove one piece of information, okay, or one piece of the puzzle that makes it to be normal, okay, then the functionality of whatever is controlled, whatever we see outside that organism or outside that object, then gets to be messed up, okay? So this means that when a child is being born, okay, or when sexual intercourse is taking place, the sperm comes out into a female, goes into the female reproductive organ, the ovary. The eggs kind of comes from the ovary, comes to the uterus, and then it settles down there, waiting for the sperm to come, and fusion happens. Okay. So the only thing that happens is that there is a sharing of these genes, okay, to make a baby, to make a completely fully human being, okay. So in this process of a child is forming, the head is forming, the heart is being formed, and all these organs, at the end of the day, we form what is called an organism. So this thing, my body is actually full of genes, okay? Whatever you see on me is actually a certain code which I'm talking about, a gene, okay? It's just a chemical. It's just like, let's say, for example, like, I say sodium plus chlorine is going to actually form something like sodium chloride, okay? It's just a piece of, molecules or atoms combined in a certain way because they want to control something that that performs a certain function. Okay. So, what you need to understand that a gene is a basic unit of inheritance. So, what are you basically inheriting? Okay, you are just inheriting the biological molecule we are calling a protein, okay? And a chromosome is actually circumscribed a genes, okay, and then a gene is inscribed in a chromosome, and then at the end of the day, we have this definition to say a chromosome is a thread-like structure. So this structure can be, as long as 100 meters or whatever it is, okay? Now, the other thing that we need to understand about genetics is that talk about genes, chromosomes. We are also talking about, let me just talk about cell division, okay? Okay, so when you're talking about cell division, is that for us human beings to be where we are, or when a human is first impregnated, okay, this cell, okay, a single cell start developing, okay. So there are actually two types of cell division. There's actually mitosis and then also meiosis, okay. Now, they all play an important role. When you talk about mitosis, okay, what normally happens is that, let me start with meiosis, okay. So for the sperms that we have, they are actually, meiosis. Meiosis occurs, okay, in all the reproductive part of an organism, okay. And then mitosis occurs outside that object, okay. So sometimes they are called somatic cells, okay. So most of the cells that are outside of our reproductive organs, they undergo the process of cell division called mitosis. And the number one reason about mitosis is that is what makes us the way we are, okay. Maybe 20 years ago, I wasn't like this, okay. I was just a little boy, but things kept on, things kept on developing, okay. The brain started growing, the hand started growing, the heart was growing because of mitosis, okay. Because each and every single day that you must be able to understand is that the cells, they die, okay. So we need a mechanism actually that is going to regenerate new cells, okay. And that's the reason why we actually eat food, so that part of that nutrition food can go and make some new cells, okay. Or that part can become part of new grown cells. And the other thing that I wanted to say is that this is the detailed science about genetics, but about meiosis is that why meiosis? Why is meiosis so important? Is that meiosis is very important because you have seen people that are born with should I say with 6 fingers, or maybe there's no eye, there's no hair, So when things are not okay, what can I say? Some of the chromosomes, okay, they can be a problem when it comes to a human being that is grown, okay? Because you understand that a fully grown human being has actually 46 chromosomes, and that is normal, okay? That is a normal human being. But if that is not the case, then that kind of a human being, okay, did not actually inherit 46 chromosomes in total, meaning 23 from the mother and 23 from the father. Okay, but if they inherited more than that, then we see some of the some of the obvious things happening as not in the typical person. Okay, so we kind of say that something went wrong. Okay, and during fertilization, during the combination, the formation of the combination of the sperm and the egg, something went wrong. Okay, and we see people inheriting more than 46 chromosomes. There's what you call Klinefelter syndrome, Down syndrome, and even some other genetic diseases. Okay, so I'll continue with this topic, but I want to say that you have picked something. Okay, so in summary, we are saying that a gene is a basic unit of inheritance, and then we see something like a thread-like structure, which we are calling that this is a chromosome. And then inside the chromosome, that's where we find now the genes. Okay, so when our parents meet, they have a sexual intercourse, we start now inheriting these genes. So each of these letters actually has got a specific function it does, or it controls a certain part of our body that performs a specific function to our body. So the genes, they combine and then they form something normal. Okay, so thanks guys for watching, and if you have any questions about that, you can just inbox us. And please, if you're watching, mind subscribing, support us. We really actually, feel good when you actually support us, because that's what makes us going. Because without you, we can't even be actually producing these kind of videos. So all we are asking from you, our viewers, is that click on the subscription button so that you can help us and motivate us to do more and more. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the second part of this genetic video. Thank you so much.